Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to get back to our Go Metropolitan season. The 1977 New York Mets, the surprise of the National League and Major League Baseball. Currently the Mets sit in third place with a record of 73 and 67 playing Go Mets baseball. They face off here in Wrigley with the Chicago Cubs in a battle for third, as the Cubbies are 72 and 67. For the Cubs, they're the home team. DeJesus leads off and will play short. Bittner's in left, he'll bat second. Billy Buckner will play first and bat third. The cleanup hitter, Bobby Mercer, is in right. Ontiveros bats fifth at third base. Batting sixth in center field is Gross. Manny Trio bats seventh, he plays second base. Mittenwald will do the catching and bat eighth. And Mike Krukow is up on the bump for the Cubbies and will bat ninth. For the Go Mets, Lenny Randle will lead things off and play third base. Bruce Beauclair will be in right and bat second. Eddie Kranepool bats third, he's in left field. Johnny Milner will play first base and is the cleanup hitter. Switch hitting Lee Mazzilli's in center and will bat fifth. Doing the catching is Ronnie Hodges, batting sixth. Bud Harrelson will bat seventh and play short. Dougie Flynn is at second and will bat eighth. And Jerry Koosman is up on the mound for the Mets, looking for their 74th win on the road to 82 or more. Mike Krukow in the replay is 5 and 10 with a 4.72 earned run average. In actuality, was 8 and 14 with a 4.40. Fields his position at an 8 range. Mittenwald, 7 range, 9 arm behind the plate. Ontiveros is a 4. DeJesus is an 8 at short. Trio is an 8 at second, and Billy Buckner a 7 at first. Larry Bittner out in left, 3 range and a noodle arm of 1. Greg Gross, 3 range and a noodle arm of 2. So you can run on those guys all day, all night. And Bobby Mercer, the once thought to be heir apparent to Mickey Mantle, is in right, 5 range and a cannon of an arm of a 9. Sports Time Machine is at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel in the FOC. So here comes Lenny Randle in the replay, batting .374, 3 homers, 27 ribbies. Krukow on the mound. Here's the pitch. Randle's going for the drag bunt, and it fouls it back. The count is no balls, 2 strikes on Lenny. Switch hitter batting lefty, chokes up on the bat. The windup and the pitch from Krukow. Randle grounds right side, Trio up with it. Throws to Buckner, 1 down. Manuel Christian Rivera is at the ballpark. I'm okay. Hope all is well with you, Manny. And I'll bring up Bruce Beauclair, batting .382, 7 homers, 43 ribbies. He's a left-handed batter. Temperature here, 72 degrees. Winds calm, light rain. Let's see if the ball will be flying out here at Wrigley. Mittenwald sets the target. The pitch to Beauclair. Beauclair goes the other way. Takes a wide turn around first, but heads back. So Beauclair continues his hot hitting for the season with a 1-out single. Here's Eddie Kranepool batting .320, 13 homers, 87 ribbies. As we've stacked the lineup with left-handed sticks, Krukow struggles mightily in the replay against left-handed batting. Buckner holding on Beauclair. Here's the pitch to Kranepool. Fly ball deep center field. Gross racing back at the track in front of the ivy, makes the catch. Beauclair will not tag up as he bluffs, so 2 outs. Beauclair will be off on contact. And here comes Johnny Milner. Manny, I'm playing the game. Leave the questions in the comment section, buddy. And I'll be more than happy to answer them. Here's Johnny Milner, .238, 7 home runs, 53 ribbies. He awaits the Krukow offering. Pitch inbound. They throw over, slide step. Beauclair gets back. I use the pitch option most. Aggressive. Some pitchers pitch when you better with the aggressive, and if you have a poor hitter who chases stuff, you can go pitch around, but I use the pitch option most. Krukow peeks to first, nods his head. Mittenwald sets the target. Here's the pitch. Milner swings. Deep fly ball center field. Gross on his horse again. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. Due up for the Cubs in the bottom of the first, DeJesus, Bittner, and Buckner. Jerry Koosman on the bump for the Metropolitans. In reality, he was 8-20 with a 3.49. In the replay, he's 13-10 with a 3.43. Has much more run support in this version of the 77 Go-Go Mets. So it's DeJesus, Bittner, and Buckner. Hodges behind the plate. 4 defensive range, 8 arm. Koosman's an 8 on the mound. Randall's a 5 at third. Buddy Harrelson's a 4 at short. Doug Flynn is a 6 at second. And Johnny Milner is a 4 at first. Brian Appa's at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel in the FOC. Hope all's well, Brian. Cranepool is in left, 4 range, 3 arm. Mazzilli's in center, 6 range, 6 arm. And Beauclair is in right, 3 range, 4 arm. So here's Ivan DeJesus, 266, 1 homer, 52 ribbies. Excellent bunter. Corners move in. Right-handed batter, DeJesus. The pitch from Koosman. And there's a base hit left center field. Cranepool fields it. DeJesus takes a wide turn, heads back to first. Milner will hold DeJesus on and now bring up Larry Bittner, 298, 11 home runs, 53 ribbies. Billy Buckner on deck. Lefty-lefty matchup. Mets hope to turn 2. Koosman peeks towards first, looks in at Hodges. Here's the pitch to Bittner. And there's a shot to right. Beauclair's up with it. DeJesus hits second and will hold. So Beauclair, a little indecision in right, lets the ball drop in front of him. First and second, no outs. And here's Billy Buckner, 277, 9 homers, 43 ribbies. Mercer on deck. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Koosman takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Buckner. Ground ball, Milner. Milner to Harrelson. Back to Milner. Double play. So that goes 3-6-3. Advancing to third is DeJesus. A nice play by Johnny Milner. So 2 outs. DeJesus at third. 90 feet away from giving the Cubs a 1-0 lead. And here's Bobby Mercer. Mercer, 246, 12 homers, 63 ribbies. Once thought to be the heir apparent to Mickey Mantle for the Yankees. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Ontiveros on deck. He's batting .307 in the replay. So you know Koosman wants to get Mercer here. Hodges sets the target. The pitch to Bobby Mercer. And there's a base hit to right. 1-0 Cubs. So Bobby, again Beauclair plays it safe. 1-0 Cubbies. Milner will hold Mercer on and now bring up Steve Ontiveros, third baseman for Chicago. .307, 4 homers, 67 ribbies. Gross on deck. Ontiveros switch hitter, batting righty. Koosman slide step, throws over, and Mercer gets back. Koosman picks up the sign from Hodges. Here's the pitch to Ontiveros. And that's a base hit to left. Cranepool gets to it. Mercer hits second. And will head to third as the Mets having trouble in the outfield here. They're playing it very safe with this light rain. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And Koosman will now face Greg Gross, batting .379, 3 homers, 34 ribbies. Lefty-lefty matchup. Koosman's going to go aggressive here, looking for the K. He rocks and deals to Gross. And there's a base hit past Harrelson into left. 2-0 Cubs. Ontiveros will go first to third. So the Cubs paper cutting the Mets to death here. 5 singles, 2 runs, and that will bring up Manny Trio, the second baseman for the Cubs, batting .271, 7 homers, 61 ribbies. Koosman rubs up the wet baseball. He's in a bit of duress on that mound. He nods his head. The leg kick and the pitch to Trio. And there's a base hit to left. 6 singles in this inning. Gross will hold at second. No, Gross is going to try to go to third. Kranepool will throw. Gross slides in, and he is safe. First and third once again. 6 singles, 3 runs for the Cubs. Death by paper cut so far for Koosman and the Metropolitans here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up George Mittenwald, the catcher, 212, 3 homers, 35 ribbies. Krukow on deck. They're going to walk Mittenhall. Yes. Bases juiced. They'll face Krukow. Here's the pitch to Krukow, batting actually .232. He's batting better than freaking Mittenwald. But we're going to take our chance with the pitcher. The pitch from Koosman to Krukow. 3-0 Cubbies. Krukow can help his cause in a big way. And he strikes him out. So mercifully, death by paper cuts ends the first. Top of the second, 3-0 Cubbies. Due up for the Mets, Mazzilli, Hodges, and Bud Harrelson. Lee Mazzilli batting .281, 4 homers, 54 ribbies. Drag bunt attempt for Mazzilli. It's a beauty! Mazzilli drops it down in the light rain and easily gets to first. Ontiveros' throw is much too late, and Mazzilli is on for the Go-Go Mets. That's a bunt base hit, which has become very familiar with the Go-Go Mets with Mazzilli and Randall. So Mazzilli on first. Buckner will hold him on. And here's Ronnie Hodges. Mittenwald has an excellent arm behind the plate. Hodges batting .253, 4 home runs, 30 ribbies. Mazzilli takes a lead. Krukow looks over. Now he deals to Hodges. Hodges swing. Ground ball Trio. Trio only plays to Buckner at first. Mazzilli will be at second with 1 out. Trio thought about spinning and throwing to his partner DeJesus, but took the short out at first. 3-0 Cubs. 1 out, top of the second. Here comes Bud Harrelson. Harrelson on both Met World Series teams, 73 and 69. They're going to play unorthodox, hit and run. There goes Mazzilli. Harrelson swing and a miss, and Mazzilli is out. 2-2 count now to Bud, and you know he's going to promptly single. Mittenwald pounds him. It sets the target. Pitch inbound to Harrelson. And he sends that ball right field line. Mercer on the run, and he runs out of real estate. That's a fan for a souvenir for a Cubs fan. Mark Jones is at Wrigley on this rainy day. Hope all is well, Mark. 2-2 count. Harrelson digs in. Left-hander's batter's box. Chokes up a bit. The windup and the pitch from Krukow. And Harrelson grounds it weakly. Right side. Buckner has it. Flips to Krukow, who steps on the bag. And the inning is over. The side is over. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Cubbies. Koosman gave up 6 singles and 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Top of the order, once again, deja vu all over, as the great Yogi Berra would say. DeJesus, Bittner, and Buckner. DeJesus is 1 for 1. He's single. Koosman hoping for better luck. Corners move in, as DeJesus is an 8 bunter. Koosman goes aggressive. The pitch to DeJesus. And he strikes him out. 1 down. Larry Bittner's 1 for 1. He was part of the death by paper cuts. He had a single. Koosman nods his head. He rocks and fires. Ground ball right side. Flynn ranges to his right. Throws to Johnny Milner. 2 down. So Koosman much more aggressive in this inning. Not so much of the soft stuff. 2 outs, base is empty for Billy Buckner. Buckner banged into a double play. And Koosman, the Mets had hopes of getting out of it. Mercer on deck. Koosman nods his head. The pitch to Billy Buck. Base hit right side, so we come with the soft stuff there as Flynn makes a poor play. He let the ball play him into right field. So 2 outs, Buckner's at first. Here's Bobby Mercer. Mercer's 1 for 1. He singled into Jesus in his first at-bat. Milner holding on Buckner. Ontiveros on deck. Koosman, light rain. He's ready. The leg kick and the pitch to Mercer. And he walks him. So again, could this be 2-out trouble for the Metropolitans? Buckner at second. Mercer at first. Ontiveros 1 for 1. He had a single. Gross on deck. Koosman through the rain is ready. The windup and the pitch. They go aggressive. And he strikes out Ontiveros. Pumps his fist. We're through 2-3-0 Cubbies. Top of the third for the Mets. It'll be Flynn, Koosman, and Lenny Randle. Dougie Flynn, 183, no homers, 35 ribbies. Anthony Crooks from Bleacher Bums Gaming at the ballpark. Check out Glory Days Boxing on SidelineStrategies.com. And also check out his wonderful channel, Bleacher Bums Gaming. All right, here's Flynn. Krukow, 2 innings, 2 goose eggs. The windup and the pitch to Flynn. Fly ball, left center. Gross on the move, makes the catch, 1 out. Now bring up Jerry Koosman. Koosman has 5 ribbies on the season while batting 136. Krukow deals to his counterpart, Koosman. Koosman grounds it slowly past the mound to Jesus. Charges, quick release to Buckner, and they get Koosman by 5 steps. As Koosman is not a mutter, I guess. 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the order, Lenny Randle. 0 for 1. Drag bunt for Randle. Oh, he drops down a beauty. That's another bunt base hit for the Go-Go Mets. Mazzilli and now Randle keeps the inning alive. The throw to first is much too late as Randle makes the safe call as he crosses the bag. So Randle is at first. 2 outs for Bruce Beauclair, who's 1 for 1. He singled to left. Randle takes his lead. The pitch to Beauclair. No, slide step! And Randle gets back. Buckner applied the tag, but Randle dives back safely. As the battle of the sexes between Anthony and his wife is up on the channel, I will be checking that out afterwards, and that should be fun. All right. 2 outs. Randle again takes a lead. Krukow peeks over to first. Now picks up the sign for Mitterwald. The pitch to Beauclair. Beauclair, ground ball right side. Trio has it. Throws to Buckner. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the third here at Wrigley. Still 3-0 Cubbies. Due up for the Cubs. Gross, Trio, and Mitterwald. Koosman gave up 3 runs in the first on 6 singles and then put up a goose egg in the bottom of the second. Gross 1 for 1. He's knocked in a run. Here's the pitch to Greg Gross. Koosman's going to go aggressive. Fly ball. Left field down the line. Kranepool in the corner, and he makes the catch. Kranepool went all out for that one. And that is out number 1. Now bring up the second baseman, Manny Trio. He singled in a run in his first at-bat. Mitterwald on deck. Koosman rubs up the baseball. He's going to stick with the aggressive. Hodges sets the target. The pitch to Trio. Ground ball. Randle ranging to his right. Third baseman fires to Milner. 2 down. So Koosman's had more success with the aggressive pitching than the cute stuff. 2 outs, base is empty for George Mittenwald. Krukow on deck. They're going to go pitch around. Let's see if Mittenwald will chase. He lashes it down the right field line, but foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Koosman's ready to work. The windup and the pitch to Mitterwald. Fly ball center field. Mazzilli moving a bit to his right. Makes the catch, and the side is retired. So Koosman settled in quite nicely after the 3 runs in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the fourth. Mets trail 3-0. Due up for the go-go Mets, and they got to get going. Kranepool, Milner, and Mazzilli. If anyone gets on, Ronnie Hodges. Eddie Kranepool's 0 for 1. He flew out to deep center. Kranepool digs in that left-hander's batter's box, ready to grip and rip. Krukow picks up the sign. He rocks and deals. Kranepool swings, fly ball center field. Gross moves a bit to his right, looks up, and it is gone! As Eddie Kranepool missed the first time, but he got all of it the second time, and the Mets are on the scoreboard. It's now 3-1 on the bippity-boppity-boom to the moon, Alice, by Ed Kranepool. Here is the replay. Gross started moving to his right, looked up, and that's a souvenir for a Cubs fan, and they've just thrown the ball back on the field. Boom goes the ball, and Eddie Kranepool just touched them all. 3-1 Cubs. Mets are on the board. And here's Johnny Milner, and boy, would he love to go back-to-back jacks. Milner, he flew out to center. He's 0 for 1 at the ballpark. Philip Reynolds. Krukow tries to regroup here. Composes himself on the bump. The windup and the pitch to Milner. Milner sends that ball right center field. Mercer on the run, and he makes... Oh, he juggles it. Did he catch it? He holds on. What a catch. Mercer in the rain had to go far to right center, bobbled the ball, and then, like a football, cradled it in for the out. 1 out, 3-1 Cubs. Here's Lee Mazzilli. He has a bunt base hit. He's going for another one. And Mitterwall smartly lets it go foul in the rain. 0-2 count to Mazzilli. Switch hitter digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Slight crouch, choking up on the bat. Krukow nods his head. Mitterwall sets the target. Pitch to Mazzilli. And Mazzilli grounds it right side. Trio knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Buckner, 2 away. As that ball is skipping on the wet infield. Two outs, base is empty for Ronnie Hodges. He grounded to second. Trying to keep the inning alive and get it to Buddy Harrelson. Another left-handed stick that Krukow must face. Krukow shakes off Mitterwall. Now he's ready to work. He deals to Hodges. Hodges, fly ball center field. Gross ranging to his right, makes the catch. His side is retired, but the Mets get on the board with the Kranepool homer. Bottom of the fourth, 3-1 Cubs. Due up for the Cubs, it'll be Krukow, then the top of the order, DeJesus and Bintner. Mike Krukow 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim. Here's the pitch from Koosman. He goes right at Krukow, and he walks him. Oh, my God. Come on, Jerry. We walked the pitcher, and we went aggressive. High and away. Great job, Jerry. So Krukow's at first, not a threat to steal. Let's play behind him. We dare you to steal. We dare you. So Milner's playing behind him, and now bring up DeJesus. DeJesus 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Bintner on deck. Koosman trying to induce the double play ball here in the light rain. The windup and the pitch to DeJesus. And that's a base hit to center. Mazzilli puts a charge on it. Krukow hits second and will not challenge the Mazzilli arm. So first and second, no outs for Larry Bintner, who's 1 for 2. Bintner has singled and grounded to second. Koosman in a bit of a pickle here. 3-1 Cubs. Cubs looking to add to that lead. No lead is safe here in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Koosman going to try to jam him inside. The pitch to Bintner. Fly ball, Mazzilli racing in left center field. He makes the catch. Krukow races back to second as Mazzilli fires to third. So Koosman jammed Bintner. 1 out, 2 on for Billy Buckner. He's 1 for 2. He has banged into a double play and singled. Koosman and the Mets hope for the first result. Bobby Mercer on deck. Koosman pays no heed to Krukow at second. The windup and the pitch to Billy Buck. And he strikes him out. 2 outs. 2 on for Bobby Mercer. Mercer has singled in a run and walked. He is 1 for 1. Ontiveros on deck. 3-1 Cubs. And that's the way Koosman and the Metropolitans want to keep it. For now. The pitch to the heir apparent to Mickey Mantle. Mercer swings. Ground ball up the middle. Flynn backhands it. Pivots. Throws to Milner. And the side is retired. So Koosman pitches out of the jam. We go to the top of the 5th. 3-1 Cubs. It will be Harrelson, Flynn, and Jerry Koosman. Krukow, 57 pitches, good for 105. He's given up 1 run in 4 innings, 4 hits, walked none, struck out none. Buddy Harrelson's 0 for 1. The pitch to Bud. Ground ball up the middle. Trio, a nice play ranging towards the second base bag. Pivots and fires to Buckner. And Harrelson is retired. He'll head back to the dugout. Johnny Greenhands, how you doing, my friend? I haven't got any email from you, Johnny. Did you send it to the Google Gmail? Because then I was going to give you my home email. Hope all is well from our good friend in Ireland, Johnny Greenhands. Here's Doug Flynn. He's 0 for 1. Krukow deals quickly to Dougie. Flynn, ground ball to Jesus. Boots the ball in the light rain. And Flynn reaches on the E6. Tying run comes to plate and Koosman. Koosman will drop the sack bunt. Puts down a beauty. Flynn will advance. Buckner fields it. Throws to Trio on the wheel plate who steps on first. 2 outs. Flynn in scoring position. Top of the order, Lenny Randall, who's 1 for 2. Hello to Mark Forsberg. Hope all is well. That's okay, John. So here's Randall, 1 for 2. He has a bunt base hit, and he's grounded to second. Randall represents a tying run at the plate. He does have 3 homers. Krukow takes a deep breath. The leg kick and the pitch to Randall. Randall, base hit, left center field. Flynn hits third. They should wave him around. You got to go against that noodle arm of Gross, and he scores. So Lenny Randall claps his hands, a clutch 2-out single, and the Mets pull to within 1 here at the friendly confines in Wrigley. 3-2 Cubs. And here comes Bruce Beauclair. Randall being held on by Billy Buckner at first. Beauclair's 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded to second. Randall takes his lead. Krukow peeks over. The pitch to Beauclair. Beauclair swings, base hit to center. Randall hits second and will head to third. Runners on the corners as they are running on Greg Gross's arm. Mets have the tying run 90 feet away. Go-ahead run at first in Beauclair, and the man who homered in his last plate appearance, Eddie Cranepool. He's 1 for 2. He's flown out deep to center, and then he smashed the bejesus out of the ball to right center. 3-2 Cubs. Krukow on the ropes. Cranepool pinwheels the bat. He awaits the Krukow offering. Pitch homeward bound. Cranepool strikes out, and the side is retired. Krukow just gives a stare to Cranepool and goes to the dugout. But the Mets get 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-2 Cubbies. Due up for the Chicago team, Ontiveros, Gross, and Trio. Ontiveros is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Gross on deck. Koosman deals to Ontiveros, and he strikes him out. Nice job by Jerry. Big swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Koosman's reached 100 pitches. He is good for 135. And that brings up Greg Gross, a center fielder with a noodle arm. Gross has singled in a run and then flew down the left field line. Cranepool made a fine running catch. Amish Elvis, hope all is well. Trio on deck. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hodges wiggles the fingers. The pitch to Greg Gross. Oh, wow. They're going to go to Joe Wallace. They've seen enough of noodle arm in center. So Joe Wallace will pinch hit. Wallace batting .429, 1 home run, 5 ribbies. The pitch to Joe. And he strikes him out. And Koosman points to the bench and says, go sit down. Wallace didn't like that. Johnny Milner has a few words with him, along with Lenny Randle. And now the whole Met team serenades him. Sit down, sit down. So 2 outs, base is empty for Manny Trio. Cubs fans giving the raspberries to the Mets now. Trio 1 for 2. Mittenwald on deck. Koosman loving it. He kicks and fires. Trio, ground ball. Randle up with it. Fires to Milner, and the side is retired. Randle waves to the Cubs fans as they start throwing debris at him. So we're through 5, 3-2. Cubbies. Due up for the Mets, who are now really antagonizing the Cubs fans here. Milner, Mazzilli, and Hodges. I don't know if you want to antagonize the Chicago faithful here in the friendly confines, but the Mets don't care. They're like Honey Badger. They just don't give a bleep. So Johnny Milner's 0 for 2. He's flown to center, and then he flew deep to right center. He's looking to really tag Krukow on this one. Milner screams out, I'm going to tee it high and let it fly. The pitch from Krukow. Milner. Line shot to center, and Wallace makes the catch and tells Johnny Milner he's number 1. Nice running catch by Wallace. You could see he's a little better range and a much better arm. They had enough a noodle arm in center. So here's Lee Mazzilli, 1 for 2. Drag bunt base hit attempt. Oh, Mazzilli! Oh, it goes foul. Mittenwald, very smart. 0-2 count. Mazzilli in a slight crouch, left-hander's batter's box. Mittenwald sets the target. Pitch once again to Mazzilli. And Mazzilli grounds it to Ontiveros. Mazzilli racing down the line. But Ontiveros, a good strong throw. They get Mazzilli by 2 steps. 2 down, base is empty. For Ronnie Hodges, the Met catcher's 0 for 2. Krukow looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Cubs lead 3-2. Mittenwald sets the target for his counterpart Hodges. Here's the pitch. Hodges, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. And the Cubs fans really giving it to the Mets now. Bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Cubbies. Koosman, 112 pitches, says he's A-OK. He will face Mittenwald, Krukow, and DeJesus. Mittenwald was intentionally walked and then flew out to deep right center. The pitch to George. And he walks. Oh, God. Come on, Jerry. Now bring up Krukow, who's 0 for 1. He struck out and walked. Looking for a double play ball here. They throw over. Milner applies the tag! And they throw the ball away. Oh, no. Koosman throws the ball away as Milner cannot corral it. Mets fans, Cubs fans loving it. That will take away the double play. I'm going to assume Krukow's going to bunt. We're going to go aggressive. Krukow puts the bunt down. Koosman fields it, fires to Flynn on the wheel play, steps on first base, advancing to third is Mittenwald. That's a huge insurance run here. And here is DeJesus. And that could be it for Jerry Koosman. So they have DeJesus, then a bunch of lefties. Oh, do we want to use our right-handed specialist, Rick Baldwin, who's tired? They will intentionally walk DeJesus, try to set up a double play with the left-handed Bittner, who's 1 for 3. Mittenwald at third, DeJesus at first, the pitch to Bittner. Hodges wants to get on the same page with Koosman. And now the pitch. Bittner, and he laces one to right center field. 4-2 Cubs. DeJesus goes first to third, so that strategy gets blown up. And Cubs fans continue to razz the Mets. And here's Billy Buckner, 1 for 3. Again, they hope for the double play ball. Koosman goes aggressive to Buckner. And Buckner rips a shot to center, 5-2. Bittner will not challenge Mazzilli's arm. And that's it for Jerry Koosman, who has pooped himself on the mound here in Wrigley. 5-2 Cubs as he is serenaded off the mound by the Cubbies fan as they sing, "Goodbye, Jerry, goodbye, Jerry, Goodbye, Jerry. Don't let the door hit you in the bleep. All right, so here's Bobby Mercer. Mercer, left-handed batter. And we're going to bring in, so they have Mercer, Ontiveros, and Wallace. Here comes Paul Siebert. So here's Paul Siebert. Siebert really just looking to get Bobby Mercer, hoping for that double play ball. 5-2 Cubs. They've built their 3-run lead once again. Siebert in the replay. 1 win, no losses, with a 4.40 earned run average. In reality, 2-1 with a 3.86. He goes aggressive to Mercer. Mercer lines the ball to right. Beauclair makes the catch. No indecision there by Bruce Beauclair. 2 outs, 2 on, 5-2 Cubs. Ontiveros will hit from the other side now. Digs in the right-hander's batter's box. The pitch around from Siebert. Will Ontiveros chase? No, he does not. Bases are juiced. And here comes Joe Wallace. He's 0 for 1. Replaced the noodle arm of Greg Gross in center. He struggles against left-handed pitching, so Siebert hoped that stays pat. 2 outs, bases loaded, no place to put Wallace. Mets hoping to put him back on the bench. Hodges sets the target. The pitch to the bearded one, Joe Wallace. And he walks in a run. 6-2. Mets pitching implodes. And now brings up Manny Trio. And that's it for Paul Siebert. John Pacella will come in. Pacella, right-handed thrower. He only threw 4 innings for the Metropolitans so far in the replay, 7.2 thirds. He's 0-1 with a save, 4.07. Manny Trio, 1 for 3, has 2 grand slams on the season, would love to get his third. Buckner at third, Ontiveros at second, Wallace at first, Pacella on the mound. The windup and the pitch to Trio. And he strikes him out, but the Cubs plate 3, and they're now up 6-2, top of the 7th, and we have a new pitcher, the brother of Rick Russell, Paul Russell. In the replay, 9-4 with 2 saves, 3.49. In reality, 5-6 with 4 saves, 4.37. He's a right-handed pitcher. Here's Buddy Harrelson, the pitch to Bud. Harrelson, ground ball up the middle. Trio ranges towards the bag, pivots, and fires to Buckner. 1 away. Here's Doug Flynn. He's 0 for 2. On deck is Pacella. He'll be pinch hit for. Paul Russell nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Flynn. Ground ball to Jesus deep in the hole. The shortstop fires to Buckner. 2 away. 2 away. Pacella will be called back for a pinch hitter. And let's see. We'll go with Steve Henderson, the worst 300 hitter I have ever managed in any sports sim and in any game. Batting .304, 2 homers, 25 ribbies. He'll get a pinch hitting appearance here. Russell looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The windup and the pitch to Henderson. Henderson grounds it back to Russell, snares it, throws to Buckner, and the Mets go down meekly here in the top of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. They play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Cubbies enjoying the game here in the light rain, drinking beer. 6-2 Cubs. The new pitcher for the Mets will be Rick Baldwin, the right-hand specialist. So Baldwin will come in. Baldwin, 2 wins, 5 losses, 2 saves, 3.22 in the replay. In reality, 1 and 2 with a save, 4.45. He's been very tough on righties after a shaky start. The pitch to Mitterwald, who's 0 for 1. Ground ball back to Baldwin. He'll throw to Johnny Milner, 1 down. Baldwin trying to keep it a 4-run deficit, as it's 6-2 Cubs. Russell's at the plate. And here's a pinch hitter, Mike Kelleher, 254, no homers, 16 ribbies. DeJesus on deck. Righty-righty matchup. Hodges sets a target, the pitch to Kelleher. A ground ball right side. Milner waves off Baldwin, races to the bag for out number 2. So Baldwin continues his dominance on right-handed pitching. He did have a hiccup. I think it was his last appearance. But he settled back in, looking for the 1-2-3 inning now. He works quickly to DeJesus. DeJesus back to Baldwin. Over to Milner. Baldwin does his J-O-B. We go to the top of the inning, 6-2 Cubs. So due up in the top of the 8th for the Mets. They have to get going. It is Randall, Beauclair, and Cranepool, and the new pitcher for the Cubs, Pete Broberg. Broberg 1-0 in the replay, 3.27. In actuality, 1-2, 4.75. Randall is 2 for 3. Broberg struggles with control. Randall's going to take. There's a strike, so he says struggle this. 0-1 count. Drag bunt attempt. And it's a beauty! Randall drops down a beauty. He's now 3 for 4. As Buckner just holds on to the ball. That's his second bunt base hit for Lenny Randall. Now batting .377. Here's Bruce Beauclair, 2 for 3, batting .384. Randall being held on by Buckner. Takes a slight lead. Broberg deals to Beauclair. Beauclair, ground ball, trio. Ranges, flips to DeJesus. Randall goes in hard, but DeJesus fires to Buckner. That's a pretty 4-6-3. 2 outs, base is empty. And here comes Eddie Cranepool. So that's the pitcher's best friend, 2 for 1. Cranepool 1 for 3 with a homer. Broberg nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Cranepool. Cranepool grounds left side. DeJesus backhands, fires, but not in time. I don't think Cranepool might have beat that out, and he does. And they're going to give an error on DeJesus as the throw pulled Buckner off the bag. So the inning stays alive for Johnny Milner, who's 0 for 3. If Milner goes yard, it's 6-4. Broberg regroups on the bump. The windup and the pitch to Milner. Milner, fly ball, center field. Wallace on the move. Left center makes the catch, and the side is retired. Bottom of the 8th, 6-2 Cubs. Cubs will be, if they win, will be tied for 3rd with the Mets. Here's Larry Bittner. Bittner's 2 for 4. He's a left-handed batter. So they have a bunch of lefties, and Baldwin just does not do bueno against lefties. And here comes Bobby Merrick. So Bob Merrick will come in. Merrick, no wins, 5 losses, 2 saves, 3.65. In reality, 2s across the board. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 saves, 3.61. The pitch to Bittner. Oh, they're going to go to Gene Kleins, the righty. Klein batting .303, 2 homers, 15 ribbies. Buckner on deck. Merrick deals to Kleins, the pinch hitter. Fly ball. Mazzilli racing back towards the track, and he makes the catch, 1 away. Billy Buckner's 2 for 4. Merrick picks up the sign. Hodges sets the target. The pitch to Billy Buck. Fly ball right field. Beauclair racing towards the corner. Looking up. It is gone. So Billy Buckner puts an exclamation point on his game. He's now 3 for 5, and he just homered. It is 7-2 Cubs as they are now thrashing the Go-Go Mets. And once again, the Mets being serenaded by the Cubs fans here in the friendly confine of Wrigley Field. Here's the replay of the Buckner blast. As he pulls it down the right field line and gone. Bippity boppity boom for Billy Buckner. Boom goes the ball, and Buckner touches them all. Seven to 2. Bobby Mercer now digs in against Merrick. Merrick's going to go aggressive to the heir apparent to Mickey Mantle. Ground ball deep in the hole. Harrelson from short guns to Milner, and that is the second out of the inning. 2 outs, base is empty for Ontiveros. The pitch around to Ontiveros, and he walks. Now bring up Joe Wallace. Slide step, the throw over, and Ontiveros gets back. Trio on deck. Wallace 0 for 1 came in to replace noodle arm in center field Greg Gross. Merrick nods his head, the leg kick and the pitch. And Wallace strikes out. We go to the top of the ninth. 7 to 2 Cubs. Broberg back up on the bump. He will face Mazzilli, Hodges, and Harrelson. Probably pinch hitters for Harrelson and Flynn. Lee Mazzilli's 1 for 3. Drag bunt attempt. Mitterwall has it. Throws the trio. 1 out. So Mazzilli 1 for 4. Mitterwall all over that one. Here's Ronnie Hodges 0 for 3. The pitch to the Mets catcher. And Hodges grounds it weakly right side. Buckner lets it go foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Hodges chokes up a bit on the bat. Broberg nods his head. The pitch. Hodges grounds it to Trio. Trio to Buckner. 2 down. Mets down to their final out, as Go-Go Mets baseball has been neutralized so far here in Chicago. And the fans are singing and waving bye-bye. Hey, hey, hey. The Mets. So it's up to Bud Harrelson. Harrelson is 0 for 3. And they'll call Bud back. And we're going to go with Roy Steiger. So here comes Roy Steiger, righty-righty matchup. Steiger, 250, 2 homers, and 13 ribbies in the replay. The pitch to Steiger. Ground ball to Jesus, deep in the hole. Fires low to Buckner, scoops it out of the dirt. Did he hold on to it? Yes, ball game over. Nice play by Billy Buck. The Cubs win. The Cubs win. The Cubs win 7 to 2. They are now tied for 3rd place with the Go-Go Metropolitans. Jerry Koosman just didn't have it today. We'll go to the box score and call it a stream. So a disappointing day for the Go-Go Mets. They're hoping to get closer to that 82 win mark. Instead, they were bludgeoned by the Cubs here at Wrigley. Let's bring up the stat report. And there it is. We go to the pitching first. First, I'd like to thank everyone who joined us live and in the chat and live and watch. Greatly appreciate your time. All right. For the Mets, Koosman takes the loss. He's now 13-11. The stat report should pop up in a moment, as there's a delay on the stream. And by the time you hear me say that, the stat report will be up. So Koosman, 13-11. He takes the loss. 5 1/3, 6 runs. They were all earned. Gave up 10 hits, 5 walks, 6 Ks. Siebert pitched a third of an inning, walked 2. Pacella pitched a third of an inning, struck out 1. Baldwin pitched an inning. It was clean. Merrick pitched an inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was a home run to Billy Buck. He struck out 1, walked 1. The winning pitcher was Krukow. He's now 6-10. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. 1 was earned. The home run by Cranepool. Walked none, struck out 2. Ruschel gets his 10th hold, a perfect inning. And Broberg closed it out with 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no Ks. The Mets are actually percentage points behind the Cubs now, because the Mets are 73-68 and the Cubs are 73-67. So the Cubs leapfrog them into 3rd by percentage points. Let's go to the batting. The Mets only had 7 hits. Randall had 3 of them. He was 3 for 4 with a ribby. He's now batting .377. Beauclair was 2 for 4. He's batting .383. Cranepool 1 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby. He struck out once and homered. He's batting .319. Milner 0 for 4. Mazzilli 1 for 4. Hodges 0 for 4. Harrelson 0 for 3. Hodges also struck out. Steiger, the pinch hitter, ended the game 0 for 1. Flynn reached on an error. I believe that's how he scored his run. He was 0 for 3. Koosman 0 for 1. Siebert pitched and not hit. Pacella pitched and not hit. Henderson, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1, now batting .302. Baldwin pitched and not hit. And Merrick pitched and not hit. The Mets in defeat, 2 runs and 33 at-bats, 7 hits, 2 ribbies, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and a Cranepool homer. For the Cubs, in their 7-2 victory, DeJesus was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, a walk, and a K. Bittner was 2 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby. Klein's the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Buckner 3 for 5, a run scored, 2 ribbies, a strikeout, and a homer. Mercer 1 for 4 with a run scored, a ribby, and a walk. Ontiveros 1 for 3, a run scored, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Gross played horrific center field, 1 for 2, at least when it came to his arm, horrific, with a ribby. Wallace came in to play defense. He had 2 at-bats. He had a ribby, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Trio 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. Mitterwald, the catcher, 0 for 2, a run scored, and 2 walks. Krukow, 0 for 1, a walk, and a strikeout. Rushell pitched and not hit. Kelleher, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Broberg finished off the last 2 innings, pitched and not hit. The Cubs in their 7-2 victory, 33 at-bats, 7 runs, 11 hits, 7 ribbies, 8 walks, 8 Ks, and a home run by Billy Buck. Player of the game, I'm going to guess, is Buckner, and it is Buckner's player of the game. Mets left 5 runners on base. The Cubs left 11. The recap. Chicago sent 9 batters to the plate. Death by singles or death by paper cuts. They scored 3 runs on 6 singles. The Mets would get 1 back. Actually, I'm incorrect. Lee Mazzilli would extend his hit streak to 10 with a bunt base hit in the second. The Mets would finally score in the fourth. 1 run on the home run by Cranepool, 3-1 Cubs. Then in the fifth, an error and a clutch 2-out single by Lenny Randle, and the Mets pulled it within 1, 3-2 Cubs. But then the Cubs put the ball game away in the sixth. 9 batters sent to the plate, 3 runs on 2 hits, 4 walks, and an error. The walks were killers. Bittner singled in a run, 4-2 Cubs. Buckner singled in a run, 5-2 Cubs. Wallace walked with the bases loaded, 6-2 Cubs. Then in the 8th, Buckner jacked one out down the right field line. Explanation point on the game. Cubs win 7-2. That was Billy Buck's 10th homer of the season. Lenny Randle 3 for 4. Billy Buckner 3 for 5 for the Cubs, a homer and 2 ribbies. DeJesus 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, and 2 errors. So that's not something to write home about there, Ivan. Krukow the win, Koosman the loss. Mets 73 and 68 dropped to 4th place, percentage points behind the Cubbies, who leapfrogged them at 73 and 67. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Stay smart. Be safe. We'll get through this coronavirus together. Love you all. You know what's coming, folks. Peace!